Today I want to show you the rules in Vyssuals and how they can help you check modeling standards. And I want to do that by giving you a two-step example on wall type names and a function parameter that depends on the type name. So to make it simple to understand how the rules work, let's look at this graphic here and at the same time pull up the chart editor so we can compare side by side. So there's 3 sections in the rule chart, and we are currently interested in the filtering and in the rules section. So let's start with the filtering section. You can see that this one is using category walls, and then it's doing a filter. And in the corresponding graphic on the left, that is equal to this step here. So the chart gets supplied all the elements from Revit, then decides what categories it wants to use, and then it can optionally use a filter to restrict the tested elements to a subset of, in this example, walls. And then once you have this subset of elements that you're interested in, you can define a rule to test on that. That will be this, and then the result is shown to you in green and red. So coloring the model here, you see that in action. This chart here, though, is labeled as step 2. And in the intro, I said that we're going to use a two-step process to make this a little bit easier. And the reason for that is that in order for step 2 to be reliable, we need to make sure that the filtering is actually filtering the correct elements for us. So that's why I suggest that you also use a step 1, which works a bit different here. You see, it also uses walls, but it doesn't have a filter, so it takes all the walls. And then, instead of filtering for type name starts with, we use a rule on type name starts with interior wall. So we define the expectation, say, we want everything in green that starts with IW underscore. And you go through your model, you check if everything is fine. If you find something that looks off, correct it. So edit type and then rename here, and then we say IW. Of course, this all depends on your standards, but get the idea. So you clean up your model in this initial step, and then you know for sure that when you switch over to step 2, that your filtering is giving you the correct elements. Then you can test on function equals interior, for example. So this really means that all the walls that start with IW should also have function set to interior. And again, if you find something that looks wrong, you come in, edit type, and then find the parameter you need to fix it, and there you go. I think this is a very bulletproof way, easy to follow, to make sure your models are correct for all the processes that come after that, costing, carbon calculations, whatever. And it makes it easy to follow. You don't have to be a Revit genius to do this. You set it up once and then a lot of people can follow this.